You know those phrases in English that just make you stop and think, wait, what? Phrases like bored to death. I mean, did you ever hear that and wonder if you should call for help? English is just packed with these wonderfully strange expressions. They might not make any literal sense, but let me tell you, understanding them is the secret to sounding like a native speaker. So today, we're going to crack the code on one of the most common ones out there. So let me ask you straight up, have you ever been bored to death? Just think about it for a second. It sounds so dramatic, right? As if boredom could literally be the end of you. This is exactly what makes learning English so fascinating, and yeah, sometimes a little confusing too. All right, let's put on our detective hats and solve the mystery behind this phrase. I promise, by the end of this short explainer, you'll know exactly what it means, how to use it, and you'll feel way more confident doing it. And here it is, laid out plain and simple. On the left, you've got the literal meaning, which is, a little bit scary. But on the right, that's what a native speaker actually hears. You're just really, extremely bored. That's it. No one is actually dying. It's just a super powerful way to exaggerate how you're feeling. So what do we call a phrase like this? Well, it's an idiom. And honestly, the best way to think about an idiom is like a secret code. You can know what every single word means on its own, but you won't get the real message until you know the secret meaning of the phrase itself. Learning these little codes is a massive step towards real fluency. Okay, so we've cracked the code. We know it's an idiom, but knowing the definition is only half the battle, right? Now, let's see how this phrase actually pops up in real, everyday conversations. Here is a classic example. Picture this. You're sitting in a meeting. It's dragging on, and they're talking about the same thing for the third time. This is the perfect moment to think to yourself, or maybe complain to a friend later, oh man, I was bored to death in there. It just perfectly captures that feeling of being totally stuck. And hey, it's not just for work. Think about this one. The Wi-Fi goes out at home, and after about an hour, the kids are just moping around. It's a perfect casual example from family life. It just goes to show how flexible this phrase is. It works for professionals in a boardroom and for kids on a rainy day. And one more, just to really drive it home, a school setting. Come on, we've all been there. A lecture where the topic just isn't connecting, and every minute feels like an hour. Again, you're not saying the lecture was literally fatal. You're just expressing that super high level of boredom in a way that sounds totally natural. So, you might be wondering, why are we spending so much time on just one phrase? Well, here's the thing. Understanding idioms isn't just a fun little extra. It is genuinely one of the biggest secrets to sounding truly fluent in English. I want you to think about it this way. Your textbooks, they teach you the rules, the grammar, the building blocks of the language, and that stuff is absolutely essential. But idioms teach you the music of the language. They are the difference between speaking correct English and speaking real, living English, the way people actually talk to each other every single day. Let's break down why these are such a game changer. First, you're just going to sound way more natural. Second, you'll start to understand native speakers so much more easily because your brain will hear bored to death as a single chunk, not 4 separate words. That also helps you improve your own speaking rhythm and speed. You learn which words just naturally belong together. And finally, and I think this is the most important one, idioms let you express your feelings with so much more color and accuracy. Saying I'm very bored is fine, it's correct. But saying I'm bored to death, that tells people exactly how you feel. Okay, so you get it now. You know what bored to death means, you've seen how to use it, and you understand why idioms are your secret weapon for fluency. The big question is, what's next? How do you actually put this into practice? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here is a simple 3-step plan. First, just listen. When you're watching movies or talking to people, keep your ears open for phrases that sound a little strange. Second, discover. When you hear one, be a detective. Look it up, figure out what it means. And third, and this is the most important part, practice. Challenge yourself to use just one new idiom every week. That's it. It's a small goal, but it will make a massive difference over time. And to get you started thinking in this new way, I'm going to leave you with a question. Every single language has these fantastic, colorful phrases. So, what's an idiom for being extremely bored in your native language? Give it some thought. It's a great reminder that this secret code of idioms is a part of what makes every language and every culture so interesting. Thanks for hanging out with me today.